This right here is a $10 water supply valve. Those are the valves that feed water to your kitchen and your bathroom sink and to your toilet. And a plumber, well, plumber will easily charge you $300 to install it. The kicker is, it's probably going to take them about 10 minutes or less to do the job. And it's a job that you can easily do yourself and save all that money. And that's what this is about, saving you money. Now, I'm back in the shop today and I've got my mock-up for my classroom. It's my plumbing mock-up, and I'm going to take you through the process of replacing one of these valves. So why don't we save you some money and just dive right into it. Now, at the top of the video, I talked about a water supply valve, and this is what you need to know. They're not all the same. There are different kinds of water supply valves, and they're installed differently. And if you go to remove yours and you're not certain what kind you have, well, you can damage the plumbing. So we're going to avoid all that, because I'm going to show you the different kinds of water supply valves so you can identify what you have in your house, and then you can remove it the proper way. So we're going to let's just get right to it. What we have here are several examples of water supply valves that you could easily encounter as a homeowner in your own home. Now, the more common kind is this right here. It's a multi-turned handle, and these are notorious for failing. So if you're going to swap out an old one for a newer one, you want to select one that has a quarter turn handle like these that are pictured here. Now, another very common water supply valve is this one here on the end. It's called a compression valve. Let me show you how this works. You may have a shutoff inside the house or on the exterior of the house. Put on some gloves because, well, you never know what you're going to find down here. It can be kind of nasty. Okay, this right here, that's our meter, all right? Now there's two shutoffs here. One belongs to the city. You don't want to touch that one. That's right there. You can identify it because it is the shutoff that's closest to the street. Now, our shutoff is toward the back of the meter. It is the shutoff closest to the house. There are three components to a compression valve. There's the body, the ferrule, and the compression nut. You want to take your compression nut, you want to place it right there on your copper pipe. Take your ferrule, you want to place that also on the copper pipe. Last, you take your water supply valve and you place that over the pipe, and then you just take that compression nut and screw it right onto the body. Now, once you have this nut here fingered tight, you're going to want to take a wrench. You want to place it right there on that compression nut. Then you want to take a second wrench. You want to place it on the body of the valve. And then you just want to tighten it up. And you want to tighten it really, really well. Because what's going to happen is this compression nut is going to really clamp down on the ferrule, and that's what creates a watertight seal. Our second water supply valve has female threads inside of it, and it attaches to a threaded pipe like this one. Now, I've already wrapped the threads with plumber's tape. Then you take the water supply valve and you just thread it on. Once you have it finger tight, tighten it up with a wrench. Now, our third water supply valve is this one right here, and it's a push fit. You know, this by far is the easiest water supply valve to install for a DIYer, and the reason for that is it just pushes right onto the pipe. Now, you got to make certain that you mark it 7/8 of an inch. Give yourself a hash mark because you want to make certain that you push it fully on the pipe. Push it right on the pipe, and it's just that simple. Now, if you need to remove it, they provide you with a little tool. It looks like a little blue horseshoe. You just snap it behind the pipe, and then you just pull it right off. Our next water supply valve is this one here, and it's intended to be attached to PVC or CPVC by way of a chemical weld. Let me show you how you do that. There you go. And our last water supply valve is this one here. And if you look inside the body of the valve, you see where it's smooth inside. So you place it on, and then you would solder it into place. Now, this is how you identify what kind of valve you have. If it's a compression valve, there's a compression nut that you unloosen. If it's been sweated on copper pipe, you look for the band of solder that's close to the valve itself. You're going to have to heat that pipe off and then back the valve off the pipe. If it's CPVC, you're going to have to cut the valve off, and the dead giveaway is the plastic pipe coming out of the wall. There's no other way to do it because, well, it's been attached by a chemical weld. When it comes to push fits, you know that you have one because they just spin around the pipe. And you'll, of course, need that little tool to pull it off. If it's threaded, the giveaway is a band of plumber's tape or plumber's dope close to the valve, and those just screw off. And that's how you identify which valve you have. Now, I got to tell you, I like the push fits, and I really recommend those to DIYers because, well, they're effortless. You can install those things in less than a minute. Really, really you can. Now, they're not going to cost $10, okay? One of the popular brands is Shark Bite, and I think it's probably going to run you about $15, $20 for a water supply valve that you just push on. It may be worth your while. It's a little more money to check out because of the ease of operation. Hey, listen, can I encourage you to join the seejanedrill community? I'm going to place a link in the description below that will take you there so you can check it out because there's like-minded people like you, man. They're trying to save money because, well, things are so expensive right now. And it's a great community with great people, and you'll learn a lot. So check it out. This is Leah saying you can do this. See you next time. I got to tell you, seejanedrill has a big announcement. I want to share it with you guys today. I want you to keep your eyes open for it. Now, what is it? It's something that many of you have been requesting for quite a while, and I decided to finally do it. It's the seejanedrill Homeowner Survival Guide. And I want to tell you, it is unlike any book you will ever see or read. So keep your eyes open. It's going to roll out in the next month or so, but I'm going to remind you of it.